Hi, I'm Chris Grimaldi. Welcome to the Glass Asylum. We are a public access glass blowing studio located in the heart of Chagrin Falls. I started out, I picked up glass blowing as a hobby back in 2009, and quickly thereafter became a business for me. And since 2010, I've been growing it a little bit at a time until we arrived here. I fell in love with blowing glass in 2009 and I turned it into a business for myself. The Glass Asylum actually became a corporation in 2013. So now here in 2023, we are celebrating our 10-year anniversary and we're opening up a new facility not too far down the road. Production facility, showroom, and event space. So we're excited about that to open up this fall. We have a crew of about 14 people who help run this business, everyone from artists to front of the house people who handle all of our guest services and help us deliver our products and deliver our services every day. I feel I really have the hardest working, best glass artists around the Cleveland area. Combined or together as a group, we pretty much can accomplish anything in the glass field we want to accomplish. We are known for lighting. We're known for our large-scale installations and ability to execute large-scale installations. And we are known for our wonderful guest services when it comes to teaching classes and hosting events here, giving everybody a fun experience every day. And this is Milo. He's my newest little buddy. And we love him. And this one's Millie. And the little one's Milo. And they're my little family. They're my little babies. And I love them very much. So does everybody else.
What do we do here at the Glass Asylum? We do a lot of things here at the Glass Asylum in beautiful downtown Chagrin Falls. We do glass blowing lessons 5 days a week. We do custom lighting. We create gorgeous chandeliers, pendants, and sconces. And we're also an art gallery. We've got 9 very talented glass artists that work here. And they've made everything that's for sale in the studio. So please stop in and visit us.
The inspiration behind this particular installation at the Botanical Gardens really comes from all of our staff here, all of our artists, all of our staff, including our front of the house staff, who we take everybody's ideas and combine them and then execute them within the hot shop and see what everybody likes.
So if I could give this installation a tagline, I would give it Dr. Seuss meets Alice in Wonderland. That's how I would explain it.
I think we started out with just like adding to the already luscious botanical gardens, just adding more like flowery shapes and stuff like that. So we're basically just taking inspiration from the space around the glass.
I think they gave us pretty wide parameters on what we could do, but being where it is, all the beautiful plants and flowers, and that's huge inspiration. How could we not take from that?
I really like the trees. I really like the trees that we're doing. It combines with some of our metal work. There's some engineering involved in all of that, which I really enjoy.
My favorite piece to make, gosh, the lily pads are really fun, but I really like those big blades that we've been doing lately. So those are pretty fantastic.
One of my favorite pieces are I call them the buttercup flowers. We have a bunch of different flowers in translucent colors that are on the branches of the trees. I think they're just so beautiful.
My favorite piece was making the flowers for the lily pads. Amanda designed those, and I really like those a lot. And I also like what Lauren's making right now, those long, stretchy, unique styles. It's definitely fun for all of us. It's been fun.
Ooh, that's tough. I like a lot of them. I had a lot of fun making the lily pads. But just because that's something like I haven't done before, is like doing that sort of like technique where you cut through and like spin it out. So I thought that was cool.
My favorites were probably some of the animals that we did, like the bunnies and the sea turtles. Those were a lot of fun.
I'm gonna say my big bouquet tree of flowers, because I designed it.
Figuring out how to get this installed and to withstand the elements for the next 6 months.
Biggest challenge was probably trying to figure out how to make everything successful as often as possible, as not to, say, waste time on it, and also working with shapes that we aren't typically used to, having to troubleshoot through that. So the prototyping and the general figuring out of how to make each piece is probably the trickiest part.
I would say maybe the trickiest ones were some of the mirrored mushrooms, which are really interesting because it's a technique that I've never done before, but so I had to kind of learn on that. So
I just hope they see the beauty of it, the talent of our local artists, something new and different to look at here in Cleveland, Ohio, and hope they get the chance to come by our studio in Chagrin Falls and meet the people who created that, and maybe even possibly work with the people who created that.
I hope it'll bring awareness to the art form and, just kind of raise it up a little bit because I feel like it's a lesser known art form out of all of them. And, but I think it's one of the most interesting. It really has like the most to offer people. So
I guess what I'd like to see happen personally is just people recognizing glass as more of an artistic or sculptural material, whereas it's typically just seen as something day to day, whether it's glass for in your kitchen or windows. It's very rarely displayed as artful, aside from typical gardenware or Christmas ornaments are probably the most common things you'd see.
I think that glass is my favorite medium for a couple of reasons. One, it's kind of intimidating at first. It's like, what is this hot, crazy glob, and am I going to get hurt? But then you make some really cool stuff, and glass is really forgiving. You break a ton of stuff, but you also make so many cool things. And even a little glob is really cool.
It's just such a cool material, like what it does with light, all the different like things you can learn from it constantly.
Oh, it's so fun. It's kind of addicting. There's just a lot you can do, and it's just a never-ending learning process.
My favorite part about working at the Glass Asylum is I'm surrounded by very talented, artistic people 7 days a week. No 2 days here are the same. And everybody that comes into the studio, 99.9% of them are happy. They're excited. I'm surrounded by happy people. Even the customers, they're blown away when they walk in here. Literally blown away. And I love talking about this place. I'm so proud of it. I'm proud to work here. And I feel so fortunate.
I guess the new challenges every day. We're always working on something different, and it's never the same. Even the glass is different every day. Sometimes it's hotter, colder. It just works different every day, so it keeps it interesting and fresh.
My favorite part of working the Glass Asylum is the people. We're all very close. We're all kind of like a family, and I don't really call it work. I don't, because I enjoy what I do. I love glass. I can talk about it for hours. So that's my favorite part, is the people, for sure.
I just love being able to work here, have an opportunity to make glass every day, and see how it affects other people too. The different like ways that I can go about like teaching people and making stuff for them. So I think it's very worthwhile opportunity and experience to have. So
I love working here. I love working here because I love the people that I work with. I think that we have the most talented people in Cleveland working here. I think it's cool to see what everyone's always constantly creating and like what they're coming up with.
I would say my favorite part about working here is my coworkers. Coming here, it kind of feels like one big family. We all just kind of encourage each other to branch out and try things we've maybe never tried before. We all get along very well. I don't even really consider this work. Coming here is just like fun. Definitely the people I get to work with. I've learned a lot here. I started blowing glass at school, but I'd say I learned way more here from the people I work with. They're great people. They're fun to be around. And we're always working with each other to, come up with new ideas, just learn new skills. It's great. Yeah. I definitely say that our presence on social media and the events that we host here have really drawn a lot of people in from out of state, from far away. I can't tell you how many workshops I've done where people took the 3-hour drive just to come here to do this. Um, People are really into it, and I think we are really good at creating a homey environment when people come here. And they're not just here for the 15 minutes they make their item; they're here as long as they want to be here, which I think is really cool.
I'd say it's probably the parks. Ohio has an amazing, national park system and state park system, and so it's just crazy what you can find here. And it's so beautiful.
Favorite part about the Cleveland area is probably how accessible the park systems are. It seems like no matter where you are, you're usually 10-15 minutes from a decent walk.
I love Cleveland. I love, love, love Cleveland. I love that we get all 4 seasons. I love that when I'm depressed in the wintertime, I can go to the botanical gardens to kind of like get away and get a little bit of warm feeling on my skin. I do love what everybody else loves, which is the metro parks. I love Edgewater. I love the food scene. I love the restaurant scene. I think we're so lucky. We have probably the best food and drink scene.
Cleveland's dope. There's a lot of cool stuff in Cleveland. Every time I go to Cleveland, I get a lot of really cool ideas, especially being how art-centered it is. I think all the different museums down there are super dope. I love going to all those places.
I am very thankful and very honored to have this studio, to have the staff that I have, and to have a group of people that will follow me and work hard and think on their own at the same time and create beautiful things. I love the fact that we have a staff that there's almost no animosity. Everybody gets along and everybody's able to create together. And I'm honored and blessed to be a part of that and to be the owner of it.